Hello and welcome to episode 30 of Emissary Lost. Or should I give it its full title? Coriolis, Mercy of the Icons, Part 1, Emissary Lost, episode 30. We're done. On over here, we've got Jonathan playing Havima. Down there, that way, we have Tony playing Yakub. And over there,
evening all.
Thank you. We have Dave playing Oceana. And look, the darkness cam is back and it is not echoing yet. It may echo. But I thought you may want to see the darkness as it happens.
Sure we do.
Who wants to tell me what happened in the last adventure? So I've got a load of rule books out because this is pretty damn deadly. So,
Oh dear.
This might be a very short episode, everybody.
Yeah.
What happened in the last adventure?
We got to the hospital. We found it was full of bad guys, including a guy who was called Priot Chabun, he was in some really fancy armor, who I then cut down to size with my full auto. That's for you, Bruce.
That's not what Bruce wants to hear.
If I get the chance,
believe me, Bruce will get what he wants to hear when the time comes.
What is that? Our brutal deaths.
It seems likely, doesn't it? So we then found a prophet who wasn't one of the guards or soldiers, who then told us that he was actually an undercover agent for someone I can't remember.
The Astaban.
That was it.
The Zenithian hegemony. Can't say that word. Secret Service.
Yep.
And his name was Gadar Ayabra or something.
Gadar, mate.
That's right. Gadar. And yeah, so he then said that he could take us to the body of the emissary because the emissary was already dead. And there were some mystic prisoners left on the other wing of the hospital. So we went over there. We sent the two guards away, only then to go and find the emissary's body before we did anything else. And at that point, I think it was Havima, was it? Had a bit of a strange dream.
Had a bit of a moment.
Everybody experienced this dream.
Did we? Okay.
Yeah.
Havima, I think you may have heard a little bit more of the song, but everybody experienced the dream, the full thing. And it wasn't a dream. You met the emissary.
The emissary in non-corporeal form.
In somewhere else. She looked pretty corporeal while she was there, but
her body
that
was
is her body
dead.
on the table there.
Yeah. And then some very strange thing burst out from this, or like formed around the shrine. And it's some horrible big beast from the darkness and the stars, and it's going to kill us in the next 20 minutes.
That sums it up, I think.
Right, so I've got some initiative cards here. I'll give them a shuffle. I'm giving them a shuffle under the camera to see that everybody, I'm not faking these cards at all. We'll draw off the top. Havima, you're going on 3s. Dave, you're going on 2s.
Okay.
Tony, you're going on 3s with Havima. Just before Havima, 3.3. The creature is going on 3.6. And shall we say the other?
We have the prophet, and then we also have the gunsmith who came with us.
Yes, she didn't take much in the
do.
last roll, but she is here, so
she might draw some fire. You never know. And then we also have hopefully 2 guards rushing back to help us. When they hear
not running as fast as possible in the opposite direction.
No,
they know nothing. You carefully, by careful subterfuge, got them out of the way so you could do this. However,
it's like guards.
Given that the prophet is the first person to act, I am going to have him screaming for the guards this turn and telling them to come back to fight the darkness. So that's happening. And then this creature attacks, I think.
So high is better in this, is it? High goes first.
High is better, yes.
Which is the opposite way around to Alien, isn't it?
Yeah.
Which is the opposite way around to Alien, yes. It's because we rolled a dice for this one, and for some reason people think that 6 is higher. I mean, it is. I'm not saying for some reason.
Yeah. For some very strange reason, people think
It's genuinely
6 is higher than 1.
higher than 1. I'm just getting to the page here to make sure. So, what can I say about this thing? Somehow, as you look at it, you know this creature's name. And her name is I Am Shah. And she looks... Well, she is a 2-dimensional being consisting of strings or flaps of darkness assuming physical form. They bend and twist around each other to form a 3-dimensional body. Light bends around the creature, making it appear as complete darkness with shimmering edges. The being itself is hollow, and the flaps can be rearranged to be closer or farther apart, enabling it to change size as it comes out of this this carcass, this split. The pressure of her arrival into this space where she wasn't before is well, it hurts your ears. Powerful winds come out of nowhere, and you experience ear pain, headache, potentially nosebleed. It makes no sound, but you can hear your own fear and anxiety as a hissing, sickening breath that appears to come from the creature. And so it's going to make an attack. For one attack, I will roll, for one darkness point, I will roll a dice and see who it attacks. The person that screamed last is the one that it attacks. And it's sort of extends its folds towards the prophet and wraps him in it and sort of wraps its folds through it because it's 1-dimensional, so she can kind of go through his atoms, in between his atoms.
Doesn't sound good.
Sounds like cheating to me.
He can't defend it against this attack. It goes kind of, as I say, through him. He can't parry it. But you can see that as it enters, you can see on his face a sort of mental anguish. And I am going to roll his stats to see how well he can defend himself from this. And he has empathy 4. I think that's all he gets to defend himself with. Right. He screams in mental anguish, but is still standing. Tony, what are you doing?
Well, I'm not sure how useful this be, but I guess I'll just shoot it. I might go full auto, I think.
Go the full auto, Tone. Go for it.
With my Vulcan Carbon, I don't have the talents that make it quite as useful as it is for you.
Yeah.
But to be honest, if this is like a two-dimensional creature from another kind of plane of existence, this might not really hurt it anyway, but I guess we should try.
Yeah, absolutely.
So full auto. Remind me how that. So do I get fewer dice on my initial attack? Is that right? In this, I can't get mixed up between this and alien.
So I think you lose 2 dice. I think, and then you roll your standard dice. You can push those as well if you want to, but regardless of however many successes you get, even if you don't get any, you then roll 1d6 and count all the 6s you get before you roll a 1.
And without any kind of talent, it's just 1/1 I need to get that ends it. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
So my initial roll.
Let me hang on. I think it's probably worth just checking. Matt, are you sure on the rules for auto? Is it -2?
I'm pretty sure I looked this up in some previous time. Given that this is such a crucial thing, I will check again for you. Because I've been looking at the combat rules, but I didn't look up those.
Apologies to the viewers. You get -2 modifier, yeah.
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 And it does empty your clip.
Yep. Hang on. Oh, I'm looking at the alien book. That's why. That's why. That's not going to help. That's
Yeah,
not
the
gonna
alien
help.
book will give you different rules. Take some stress dice if you want.
Yeah, I'm feeling quite stressed. Okay, so I get 2 successes on my initial roll, which I'll stick with because I don't really want to give Matthew any more darkness points.
No,
That
if you're trying to
is a
avoid that.
wise idea.
So now I just roll 1 at a time till I get a 1. Yes?
Yep.
Oh, fuck. Okay, I get a 1 on my second roll, and no success. So I've emptied the clip, and I've done 2 successes, which is 4 damage.
You empty the clip, and lots of bullets seem to hit, but go straight through him.
Yeah, I was afraid something like that might happen.
So I just realised I've got the wrong episode on. There we go. That's better. So yes, but what damage does it do?
4 damage.
4 damage and an extra one for your
The total 4.
3 damage plus an extra
3
1
damage
for
plus
the
1.
so
Okay.
4 in total.
As much as you can tell, because this is so not a living creature, bullets do seem to have an effect on it. Although when it's concentrating on something, it can make itself one-dimensional or two-dimensional and sort of flip through the atoms of the universe. But those bullets that by chance hit its, shall we say, flanks, seem to cause it some distress.
So its default state is 2 dimensions, or it's 3-dimensional and can become 2-dimensional?
Its default state is 2-dimensional, but it can fold itself into 3-dimensional shapes it's kind of exploring this 3-dimensional world that it's
You
in
get
at the moment.
a piece of paper that becomes
Yes.
It's origami.
It's
definitely so
origami
those
between the
folds
stars.
seem to be happening. Yes, it is devilish origami. Well said. So it's your turn, Havima.
Great. I'm going to swing at it with my Mercurium sword because bullets had something of an effect, but I'm not quite ready to rely on guns yet. My character is... Havima is, for better or worse, quite stubborn in being melee. So my Mercurium sword is +2. My without actually having that great a melee combat, well, because my strength isn't that great, I'm on 5. And that's 1 success.
1 success. Doing how much
I-
damage?
It does 3 damage.
3 damage.
Yes.
Okay. Dave,
I'm gonna follow the.
you do seem
final-
to. Sorry, I should say to Havima, you seem to slice through it with the sword and actually rip parts of this paper aside, but they just sort of fold back on themselves. But you do appear to have damaged it. Sorry, carry on, Dave.
Nope. Oh, yeah.
Are you mute, Dave?
There.
No, there's a slight internet thing going on, so I didn't realise you'd finished. Yeah, so I'm going to follow Yakub's fine example, and with my thermal carbine, I'm going to open up on it full auto as well.
Very well. Go ahead.
Yes, I can do that. Yeah. Okay, that's no successes from the actual attack, which I'm not going to push. But I can roll 3 ones before I run out.
Right. Okay.
So bear with us, viewers. That's nothing so far. That's 1 6. That's 1 1. Oh shit! That's 2 ones. It's a 3. That's a 4. It's a 5. That's a 2. Okay, I get 1 success. I got 3 ones there.
And you
so
empty your clip.
My clip is empty. That's 4 points of damage.
4 points of damage. And it seems to fold in on itself as you do those 4 points of damage and disappear into a one-dimensional shape.
Did the heat seem to cause it more distress than sort of kinetic damage?
You didn't see it burn or anything. No.
Okay.
However, Bruce, auto fire isn't going to get you out of this situation because
It doesn't seem like it, does it?
it folds out again. 2 darkness points. So you destroyed it, definitely got rid of it, but it blossoms again, this time like a black chrysanthemum flower folding out on itself, petals wide. And this time it was kind of humanoid sized the first time you saw it, but this time for an extra darkness point, it's a bit bigger, about the size. This is quite a large room, but this is about half the size of the room. And it rolls its dice. Oh,
What about the woman?
Jaya.
Jaya, that's it. Yeah.
Yes. It
Was she gonna do something with it?
well, she's somewhat caught by surprise because she imagined it was defeated, but now it has come back to life and enveloped her. And it's going to do. I have to just remember what her stats are. Forgive me. Where is she? She's here. She is unarmed although she loves guns. She doesn't actually have any on her. And I spent a darkness point for its attack. And it does. And again, she will try and defend herself. And her power to defend herself is she has 3. She screams as it seems to attack her mind, folding in and through her eyes. But again, she's still standing.
So have we got any idea what this is? Can I have a culture roll?
You can have a culture roll.
I guess presumably on my next action, which isn't yet, but or can we just get that kind of in the margins of the action as what we would know about it?
You know nothing
anything.
about it. I was
Right,
going to let
okay.
you have the culture roll and then say you knew nothing about it. This is the darkness between the stars. And this is not a manifestation of the darkness between the stars that you have ever seen before.
We
You
are
were
not
you a
snobby.
scientist? You could write a treatise on this experience, and then people would know. Well, people with a high culture would know.
Yeah.
Right, the priest gets out his talisman and holds it up on one, and it's a circle. This particular one, like a crown of thorns, but made all in gold. In one hand, he holds that up against the creature, and with the other hand, he gets his gun out and he shoots the creature. I won't make him do. I won't make him push this.
Well, you can for the cost of a darkness point. He's going to push every roll he makes if he uses up your points.
No, he isn't, because that would use up my points.
Exactly.
Oh.
Yes, please.
He shoots at the creature but does nothing with it, but he's holding up the talisman as some sort of defense. And that reminds you guys, do any of you have any talismans?
No.
No. No, I was thinking I did, but I think that's another character in a different campaign that has.
Well, somebody
So,
picked up
no.
a talisman in the real sanctuary, as they called it, in the last part of Act 1. But I don't think it was any of you then, if none of you have it in your notes.
I didn't write it down if I did.
Okay. Right, it's going to make its attack. It's made its attack, actually, I should say, shouldn't it?
So we need a talisman.
Yeah.
Can we
Tony,
can we invoke our friend in every port talisman to stumble
to get a
across
talisman maker who just happens. No, you can't.
Talisman salesman is passing.
or a priest who just knows how to deal with these things?
Nope.
Damn.
Tony.
Are there... Oh, no, it's Tony's go.
I'm reloading for what it's worth.
Right.
Take
And
a
I'm
look
saying-
around the room.
Yeah, and then I'm just gonna add a bit of a loss, really. Say, Havima, you got any useful sort of mystic powers to use at this juncture?
I can do the one thing that you've seen already. I would reply on my turn.
Yeah, so it is your
But,
turn now. I think 'cause that is my turn done. I
Oh,
think.
that was your turn.
Well, I reloaded, which was 2 of my
Yes.
actions.
So, not in initiative, not like wanting to use up my turn looking for talismans, but because this was the room where they were trying to torture and interrogate the emissary, are there other talismans that have been left around this room? But also, if however that goes, I'm going to call up my shield, which is
Okay.
so that is a darkness point. I'm sorry, guys, but that
Thank you very much.
is, stuff starts flying around and creates a bit of a shield around me and anyone else that's within close range of me.
If you remember what had happened or what you found in this room before, pretty much everything in this room has been destroyed. So if there are any talismans, they are bent out of shape, I imagine.
But surely the intactness of the talisman matters less than the intent.
Generally, there's a charge on the talisman, and I think any
Okay.
charges on any talismans in this room have been used in part of the.
All right. Okay. It
Dave,
was worth trying.
Is it worth looking it back and trying to let some of the other mystics out and seeing if they've got any ideas or talismans on them?
It's not a terrible idea. So what's left of the body on the table? Did this thing come out of the body?
No. So, looking back on what you saw, you think that a rent was made in, if you like, the space-time continuum, or she told you, in fact. Let me just tell you a little bit about what she said.
The emissary said something.
Yes.
If there's some way of banishing, is this thing tied to this realm by something? And if we can destroy that something, might we get rid of it? And might that be the body? Is what I'm thinking.
Yes, so the emissary's body is torn to shreds as if it were a slip of paper, and the dark... sorry, let me read. The singer bows again, and a blinding flash of light later, you find yourselves back at the hospital in the salt trap next to the emissary's dead body. The air above the bed vibrates, and an impossible crack appears at the heart of the vibrations, around which light seems to ripple and bend, like in the picture.
Yeah.
A powerful wind roars through the room as the rip widens and flaps of darkness unfold, fluttering like flags in a storm, and the emissary's body is torn to shreds as if it were a slip of paper, and the dark flaps gather to form a grotesque entity crowned in a halo in all the colours of the rainbow. The creature of absolute darkness hisses at you, evoking primordial memories of everything that mankind has ever feared.
That doesn't help. Is there anything obviously special about the table? Is there an altar? No. Okay, I think running is probably a good idea here, guys. I'm gonna reload my thermal carbine, Matt.
Right.
And I'll keep it pointed in the direction of the creature, and I'll back towards the door.
Okay. Tony, the next round, it heads towards you. And for an action point, it... hold on, give me a moment. It shrinks down to something about your size, and some part of it seems to extend like an arm. And for another action point, another darkness point, I should say, seeps into your heart. Could you please
Don't like the sound of this.
take a defensive roll?
Of what?
This would generally be empathy or mystic powers.
Well, I don't have mystic powers, so I guess it'll just be my empathy, which is 4 dice.
Okay. This uses one of your actions for the next round.
Okay, I think I will still try and defend against this. I get 1 success. Can I push this? I probably don't want to, do I? Really? Don't want to give it any more darkness points.
I don't think you can push that.
1 success. Then
you can push it, but it just gives me darkness points with which to attack.
I'm not going to. One
success. So that takes 1 off its damage, and this amount of damage is 5 points of stress. So take 4 points of stress.
This is mind points, yes.
Mind points, yes.
4 mind points damage. Yeah, okay, that's. Can't say I enjoyed that, but I'm still up.
And then it's your turn.
I'm turning around and I'm legging it towards where the other end of the corridor where we think the other mystics are being held.
Gotcha. So you head off down that way. You have, Havima, you've got this swirling mass of debris all around you. What is your plan?
I wouldn't mind trying to hold the door, I guess. Like trying to keep it occupied and away from Yakub while he goes to get reinforcements.
Okay. And Oshan, you backed out as well, didn't you?
Back to the door. I hadn't gone out of the door at that point.
Okay.
I was kind of covering.
So Yakub's coming past you. You've now got this swirling mass of gravel and rubbish heading towards you.
I'm going to get
you've
out.
Seen before, so you're not confusing this with the dark morph.
However, you probably want to stay in the room so you're not shooting through the shield. If you're sticking around.
I can't. Yeah, sticking around doesn't sound like a really good idea. I just wonder whether we can retrieve. I might try and grab the body of the emissary.
That's been ripped to shreds.
It's gone completely, is it? Effectively.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like paper.
All right. Okay. There's nothing left. I intend to make a run for it then. I guess. I think.
Okay, so you and Tony make a run for it, leaving Havima defending the doorway.
Shouting, run.
Yeah. I've my shield thing. I'm hoping is gonna have an effect to help me hold them off at the door for a little bit while you guys get a bit of a distance.
So
don't sacrifice yourself, Havima.
The gunsmith is running with the two of you, I imagine. The preacher has stayed in the room with you, Havima.
Is this where I get to reveal that I was a Nazarene sacrifice all along? No, I'm not. It's okay.
And
Nazarene sacrifice? What's that?
It goes to the preacher this time. And it attacks the preacher. And you see the preacher's... It kind of clashes against the talisman that the preacher is holding up and recoils from it. And the talisman gets too hot to touch in the preacher's hand, and he drops it. It falls to the floor. But the preacher's attack seems to have stopped it.
The creature's attacks was halted by the talisman, even though it was dropped.
Yes, but the talisman seems to have been destroyed in halting the attack. So it seems to be a one time only thing.
Yeah, so we need a big supply of talismans then.
Oh yeah, so Jesus' fingers, they come in boxes of 10.
Okay. What's next? Who's next?
It's Tony's turn next.
So I'm heading up to where the other direction, the other mystics we were told were being held. Do I get there, and what do I see?
Yeah. So coming back to that, Just let me remind myself, that was something you didn't deal with last time. Prisoners, no, that's it. Give me a moment. There are 3 examination rooms that you come at this other end of the corridor. Have I got the map and I can just indicate to everybody where it is? Give me a moment. Application, no, map. Oh, I appear to have closed the map. I can't. There are 3 examination rooms used as prison cells by the strike team. The rooms are practically empty with no furniture, no toilets. When you arrive, there are 3 mystic prisoners, one in each of these rooms, each sharing their cells with a number of dead bodies. One of them appears to be, as you're looking through the doors are closed, but you think you can open them. One of them, in the first door, is a middle-aged man. In the second, an elderly lady. In the third, a young humanite with dry and chafed gills in her neck. They're in pretty bad shape, and they hardly react to your arrival.
Okay, I'm gonna say, look, hey guys, we've come here to get you out of here. We have one little issue. Has anyone got, a big bag of talismans about the person?
They look at you as blankly as they could possibly do so. They have no idea what you're talking about. They seem to have been that's what I'm looking for. They've been tortured to within an inch of their lives. They kind of walk towards you as though you've offered them dinner, but no, they're not comprehending what you mean by "have you got a big bag of talismans?" They have nothing. They have the clothes on their back, and they have 5 dead friends. That's what they have.
What about the room that the guards were in before the cells? Where we told
that
them
one there. Hold on, give me a moment.
where we told those 2 guards to go and get a loader.
Okay, Dave, you could check out that one there, where it's hold on, give me a second. I'll just show you on the map. Oh God, where are we? Which app am I in? There we go. Share screen. And the map hasn't come up. Cancel. Share screen again. There we go. Share that screen. And on this map here, Tony has run down to this sort of area here. This is where he finds the 3 mystics. Dave, hearing a shouted command from Havima, who are you? Havima. You check out this space here, and you see over here there is indeed an altar with a talisman on it.
Just the one?
Yeah.
Is it similar to the prophets, or is it bigger? Is it like super big?
No.
Just shift the whole,
Like a really uber powerful
the whole
talisman.
altar just into the hallway.
Will the altar move, or do I have to pick the talisman up off it? That's not going to slow it down for long, though, is it, John?
No.
I'll grab the talisman.
Okay. You pick up the talisman, and at that point, as you turn to leave, the 2 guards, having heard the screams, are coming back here. And they look at you. Remember,
you're on the wrong screen.
No,
I'm not.
The cursor's right there by 13.
We can see it.
Okay.
They're coming out here.
Again. Yeah, I got it.
and they're kind of remember you're dressed as a guard,
Yeah.
so they kind of look to you for what should we be doing.
I'm shouting to them. The prophet is fending off a beast from the dark in the chamber. I'm pointing down the corridor. Help him!
Say, get talismans. Are there any more talismans around
Yeah, I'll get any more
the
talismans.
place?
Of course, being good religious people, they both pull their necklace talismans out of their armor, put it on their chest as they rush down the corridor down this way.
Did I find a talisman on Priyot Chabun's body when I searched him?
You may have done. Did you write it down?
I didn't write it down, no, but
Well, then you probably didn't. Then let me just check.
but the thing is, did I see? The point is, did I see one? And I'm now going, hell, that's a talisman, because I'm going to run into that other room and check all the bodies for
And
talismans.
if those two guards had talismans, the other dead guards might also
Precisely.
have talismans on them. So let's go and search
Raid
their bodies
body,
and collect
yeah.
any talismans we can find.
Okay, let me check what Priyat Shabun has got.
Because I did search him, and I probably would have taken a talisman if I'd
Yeah,
seen
actually, you
one.
didn't spot one on him, but you remember he was standing by an altar in that room, and so may have picked up. There may be a talisman on that altar. You also aware how many guards? Yeah, there are at least 3 guards' bodies in there. There's 2 more outside. The
Yeah.
others are in the other wing, I think.
Okay, can I
Actually,
shout
no,
to her?
2 guards' bodies in there, 2 more outside, and the others in the wing.
Yeah. So I'm going to shout. Can I shout to Havima? Grab this and throw him the talisman.
Havima is a swirling cloud of.
But I don't know whether he can control it, so he can catch it or not.
Okay, Havima, I'm going to make you do a test on mystic powers to see whether you can let it through. I'm being generous here.
What if I don't let it through? What if I let it become a part of the shield?
Worth a try. Okay, yes.
Like you're thinking,
Is that still going to be a mystic? Let's just get them all and chuck them in Havima's shield. So he's got a big shield of these things.
a big talisman shield.
Yeah, I'm all for it. Just watch as I grow stronger with every talisman. My mystic powers is 6.
What did you roll on mystic powers before when you did this?
I
Do you remember?
I didn't roll it. I just talked about it. So
Okay, tell you what. As he throws you the dice, as he throws you the talisman, give yourself a +1 and make a mystic's powers roll.
oh, thanks. 1, 2, 3 successes.
Ooh.
Can you see my cursor? Hoodie gains value. And more importantly, this one I'm going to point out to Millie. She's thinking about upping her patronage, and then who am I to argue with that?
No, exactly. Yeah. The best comment so far.
But she's thinking about it because of what you said, Jonathan. Anyway, that's enough of that. Have you made your roll, Jonathan?
Yes, I got 3 successes. So 1 success gives me the shield. Armor
Yeah,
4
I
against
think
ranged
4
attacks and fire.
points of armor, and so
And
that
then
2 more gives you 6 and
2
8 points of
more-
armor.
Yeah, so I've now got 8 points of armor
Okay.
on top of my protective clothing.
Yes. The soldiers, the 2 guards, look a bit confused and look back to you, Dave, because you just spoke to what they can see is the only thing of any sort of supernatural thing that they were about to shoot. And then you
No,
just fed
you
it a
fools.
talisman.
No, you fools! It's the beast. It's the black beast inside.
On the other side of the room that they can't see because of all the swirling debris in the doorway.
Well, that's not my problem, is it? That's theirs.
Right, but you're telling them it. Yeah, okay.
Yes.
It could be Havima's problem if they start shooting.
Yeah, if they start
No, but
shooting, I might take a
No,
step aside from the doorway.
Yeah.
Okay, so 1, 2, 3. The creature is going to go for the priest. 4, 5, 6. It's you. Poor priest gets it again. And this time, without the defense of an armor, he gets. Oh, sorry. So
Yeah.
Darkness
Take those
points for the
darkness
creature's
points,
power.
Matthew. We need to have in a minute. We need to have a zoom in on that darkness point pool so we can all really clearly see it.
There we go. I'll put it right under the camera here. I can't zoom, unfortunately, on this one. The camera controls are entirely controlled by. Although
So
I
we-
guess we
Make it the screen maybe for a moment, just so we can see how many there are.
let me just put him here. There we go. There you go.
5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10. There's 16 left. Okay,
Wow, okay, he's burnt through quite a few already.
so we're a quarter there, guys. Keep going.
We keep running away long enough, then.
Yeah.
Sorry, I've just forgotten what I was going to. He was going to attack the priest again, wasn't he? And
Yeah.
the priest is going to make a defense roll, and he's got 4. No, it doesn't do anything. So he gets 5 points of stress against his. He looks visibly shaken, but he's still standing and still uttering prayers, and he will take a shot against the Dark Morph. And what are his powers?
Dark.
He's got agility 3 and
That's what we think of little plasticine character. Dark Morph, evil Morph.
oh, he hits and deals the Dark Morph.
Sorry.
What's he carrying? Somebody. Oh God! Has somebody got a weapons table? I've got so many pages open, but not the weapons table.
Yeah.
What
What
was,
weapon?
What weapons he
he's-
got?
He's carrying a Vulcan cricket.
Ah,
I've
No,
got the
an
stats for that.
Astaban. Oh, he is carrying an Astaban thermal critic Mark III.
Well, a thermal cricket here does 3 damage, 2 crit. But that's, I don't know if it's different for an Astaban Mark III version.
fancy pants.
Well, he's an Astaban agent, isn't he? So.
But also, how on earth?
Okay. Well, for 2 crits. Oh no, he's only got 1. Okay, so he will do 4 points of damage. I'm not worrying about what his Astaban version might do. So he does 2 points of damage to the creature again, and you can see the creature's planar form definitely take those hits. You can, Havima, the others aren't in the room. So, Tony, what are you doing?
I am heading to towards the other wing, basically to start looting the bodies of dead guards to try and find talismans.
Okay. Are you leaving the central room to
Ossian.
Yes.
Ossian?
Yeah. So I'll go into the other wing basically, and then maybe run to the ones outside.
Okay.
Whatever I can do in time.
Go to the ones outside first, Tone. They're closest, aren't they? We might get 4 talismans quite quickly then.
Okay, so you're going to the ones outside.
Yes.
Tony, or, right. Hold on a second. I just want to go back to. It's very annoyed because bits of StreamYard's interface go over bits of the thing that I'm looking for.
Can I call for a few second pause because my internet is awful at the moment. Can I leave and rejoin and see if that improves it? 'Cause I'm really
Leave and
struggling.
rejoin and come back in a bit.
I'll be
'Cause
right
everybody
back.
else is pretty stable, aren't you?
Yeah, I think it's
Mine
just. I
seems
think
to be
it's me.
fine.
I think it's just.
Yeah. Right, we've got rid of him finally. Took some time. I'm just going to set up this one. So you're going out here. to those two bodies. Where
Yep.
did you hide them, Havima?
They were in some
I thought it
bushes
was
around there.
just yeah. I thought
Just
it was
in
Yeah.
those bushes
one
there.
there,
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
wasn't it?
Okay.
I think
Yeah.
so.
And then there was one up there.
Yeah.
And then Tony is going. Oh, sorry. Dave is going to come in here. Is he back yet?
Not yet.
No, not yet.
Oh, I don't know. We can't see because he's. You'll
No,
see
I'm-
first.
I'm
but
looking
it's
for it.
closed.
You'll have to invite him in. Yeah.
Right. So, Tony, the two of you go off there. It takes you a turn to get out there. Meanwhile, in the other room, the guards behind you are just standing watching because they know they can't shoot you, but they can either shoot through you to get to the Dartmoor. The priest and the Dartmoor is now going for another attack on the priest again.
Pummeled.
At which point the
We won't forget him.
priest is broken. Can I get you, Havima, to roll a d6?
You certainly can. It's a 2.
Okay. The priest was. I'm going to give him one more shot. He's kind of doing auto fire
A death
on
throw.
the on the thing, and so 4 plus 3. He doesn't get anything, but he just keeps going, hits twice until his clip runs dry, but he still keeps clipping. That's all he does, is he stands there shooting into where he was aiming last time. He does manage to do 4 points of damage.
Cool. QL.
But he's now sort of just a shooting zombie, clicking, and doing nothing else.
Dave is back, by the way.
I enjoyed the piece of not having him here. Why can't I get his window? There we go. There's his window. Shall we have him back? Let's have him back. Welcome back, Dave.
Yay! Dave's back.
Hello.
So, Dave, you're in here, and
Yes.
yes, you can find a talisman in here on the table that may have been Chabun's talisman.
I'll check the body as well of the other guy that was
Yep,
in there.
there's another one in there.
Okay, I'll grab those and then I'll make my way back to. I'll sprint back to Havima.
Okay. The two guards, as you come back, this window here. As you come running back here, the two guards are sort of standing, covering Havima with their rifles here, but not doing anything because they can't shoot past Havima and his swirling cloud of stuff. So you're feeding the talisman into that swirling cloud of stuff, are you?
Well, when he calls for it, I think let him use the first one first, I guess. Let's not blow them all in one go.
Right. Havima, you can see Dave behind you. Not Dave, Ocean, of course, behind you, offering you the talisman when you're ready. And you've got
I've
two
got
in your
one
hands.
In the shield, 2 in the shield. I've got
One
2
is in your
the shield
shield.
or in my hands, and one is in my
Have
hand.
you got 2? No, you've
I
got
think you've
one
only
in
got
your
one so far, and that's in the shield, isn't it? I don't know where you got the other one from.
Just the one in the shield, then. That's fine.
Yeah, one in the shield. And Dave shows you that he's got 2 ready to give you.
I acknowledge it with a nod.
My only thought being that we don't want to blow them all in one attack.
No,
Yeah.
I agree. Wise.
If this is effective, maybe we can up it a bit more. So with that one that's floating around in the shield, I am going to approach, and I know there's a terrible flaw in this logic because it's a two-dimensional thing, but I'm going to approach it to see if the talisman and the shield's going to push it back, or if it's just going to screw me over. Let's find out.
Right. Okay. So you're making an approach to it. It's kind of coming out of the priest that it has put its tendrils into. The priest is still standing there like a statue, shooting into blank space now, as it somehow turns its attention to you and the mass of stuff. The guards come up to the doorway here and take guard positions on here. Although they're horrified by it, these are warriors of the light, and defeating darkness is what their role in life. So they're not particularly, well, they're scared, but they're not running away. This is their thing, their religious zeal. This just proves everything that the priest and their leaders have ever told them about the darkness between the stars.
Almost regret having killed all those other guards now.
Almost.
Almost.
Not really. As long as we can get
So
there.
we're Tony, you're coming back here, I think, by this time.
Did I find some more talismans on the bodies?
Yes, yep, you found 2 more.
Okay.
Oh,
Yep.
3 more, actually, because there was, you went out past the guy that you killed.
Was on,
Here.
on this. Yes.
Yes.
Okay, so I'm going to grab those and then run back.
So we have 6 talismans now.
Right. Okay, so Dark Between the Stars moving again, I think. The Beast on 2s. It looks at the swirling cloud of you, Havima, and then folds itself flatter and flatter and flatter and flatter until you can see it as a sort of sheet, but then it becomes a point that you can't see and seems to disappear into this wall here.
Oh, wow. Okay. Shoot. Shoot it! Shoot her!
Right. The 2 guardsmen here are very confused. And, because they were starting to cover this thing and they followed it with their guns and then it's dissipated in the wall. You shouting, shoot her, has no effect whatsoever because there is nothing to shoot.
Pointing at the wall. It's the other side of the wall. Shoot her!
Right. Well, the guards do go next, actually. So they move to the wall there and immediately start shooting. I'm not going to roll their dice, actually, because I think they successfully shoot at the creature. And it disappears.
Disappears.
We've seen this before. I am going. Havima will go from the room 17 and will go into that cell again.
With the swirling shield that you've got
with
before.
the swirling still, but let me just reread the thing, because you can attract loose objects and fragile matter by force of will, turning the attracted matter into a shield around you. Adds 2 to the armor rating of the shield and allows you to protect 1 extra person within close range. So I don't know that it actually moves with me. People may attempt to force their way through.
I'm
the
having
shield
it
by
for the
rolling
sake of
through.
this adventure. We've had it moving with you. I'm assuming it moves
Okay.
with you again.
Okay, cool. So it moves with me. I guess I could
Out
make
of this
a
doorway here.
mystic roll to see if I can shape it around friendlies.
Well, which friendlies? Dave, where are you?
I'm up there by that. Yeah, I'm up by that doorway. Yeah.
So
Okay.
Where
maybe-
Heavy was coming
So
through.
you saw, so these two guards shot next to you, and you saw it disappear into nothingness. It had come out of this wall and expanded into humanoid shape, and they just shot it,
Yeah.
and it disappeared again.
how many talismans have you got on you, Dave?
I've got 2.
I'm just running up now saying, I've got 3 more.
Okay.
And you've got 1 at the moment.
I've got one in my shield. So if I grab one from you, Ocean, in person, so I'm holding on to one, I've got one in the shield, then we can all have 2, because
Yeah, I'll pass you one of mine, so we've got 2.
Yeah.
yeah.
Right,
Okay.
I think that might take a Mystic Powers roll. Just
Yeah,
to
that's what I
manipulate the shield.
figured. And that's 2 successes.
Okay, I'll let you have that.
Thank you.
Okay.
And that's that little moment of respite I gave you there, thinking that the priest had done critical damage to him, but it hadn't. The priest hadn't. So it suddenly forms again on its turn, and
Does that cost a
one,
darkness
it's
point?
one of the
Matthew?
guards. 2, it's the other. Sorry,
Does that cost a darkness point for it to reform itself?
it will do. It will do. I'm just saying which one it's going to form
Okay.
around. 2,
Form
1 and 2,
around.
it's the guards. 3, 4, 5, it's Havima, Oshian or Yakub, and 6, it's the gunsmith. Oops, drop the dice. Do that again. 3, it goes for you, Havima. It forms within your shield.
Nice. Very good.
Let me out.
And it does. Hold on. What's its cost of doing that? Full health, 2 darkness points. It's within your health. It forms sort of around you. It hasn't made an attack yet. Tony, what are you doing?
I think I'm holding one of the talismans up in one hand, and my gun in the other one, and I think I'm just waiting. In fact, I think I'm probably getting into a position where I can see where Harima is in his thing, and I'm going to Overwatch.
Okay, so here
so it's the thing. Yes. So if I see this thing coming out of Harima's shields, I'm going to shoot it, but otherwise I'm not for the moment. Going to
Okay.
shoot.
I had a total of 13 armor points, and more than half of it has been negated.
Havima, what are you doing? You get an action.
I get an action.
You may want to reserve 1 action point for a defensive action when it goes.
my
Just giving you a warning there.
talisman
which will-
is holding the talisman in one hand. That's going to be my defensive action to kind of counter whatever it does with the talisman.
Okay.
But I'm going to swing at it. Oh, that's right. That's the mic stand. I am going to swing at it with my sword,
Go ahead and do that.
which is a 5 again.
Can I just praise everybody for not giving me darkness points? You're doing a good job.
We're working very hard.
That's because now what you're using them for, we're now scared of darkness points. If we'd known what was coming, we might not have given you so many earlier on.
Oh, it'll be fine. I got 1 success.
Okay.
And
How many
I'm
points of
not-
damage does their sword do?
It does 3 points of damage.
Okay. You seem to slash through some of its sheets and folds.
Does it disappear or?
No.
Okay.
Whatever its hit points is every time, I haven't reached it with the first attack. So it's greater than 3.
Am I?
It's your turn, Dave.
Am I inside the stone protection? The debris?
No.
I'm not. I'm outside
No.
it. Okay.
Yeah.
I think I'm just gonna hold my rifle in one hand and have a talisman in the other.
But in a
ready
kind of
for-
Overwatch.
Yeah.
Okay, where are you actually in this room or just outside it?
I think we're in the corridor, aren't we?
Yeah, I think everybody's in the corridor. Okay. So it's his turn. Or its turn, I should say. And it makes an attack against you, trying to envelop you, Havima, in its tendrils and its folds. But it comes up against the talisman, and you feel the powers of the icons in the talisman, or the judge, because these are all pariah talismans. You feel the power of the judge disappearing out of the talisman, and it is just a bit of metal. But you haven't taken any stress.
All right. Okay.
The guards are still confused. They had to go shooting. They like shooting, but now that you're back in the room, they know they can't shoot in at you.
I should drop the shield at this point, I think.
You're going to do that?
If I'm allowed to, if it's not on not my turn.
Oh, so it's a matter of not concentrating, isn't it? So I think you can do it at any time.
All right.
So suddenly everything tumbles to the ground. All the debris that was surrounding you tumbles to the ground, and these guys are quick off the mark, and they do I think I have got to use their dice this time to work out what they do.
Do you mean Tony get an Overwatch on this thing?
Yes, you all. Well, Tony said he was in Overwatch, but it's not your turn yet. Oh,
But doesn't Overwatch?
It's Overwatch.
break the turn
oh no,
order?
that's a good point. Yeah, so that's what these guys are doing. One of them hits. Do you guys want to go?
Yeah, I'll go. As soon as I've got a shot, I'm going to shoot it.
Yeah, likewise.
Shall I full auto again?
I'm probably not
less,
going to.
probably
Yeah.
yet less useful for me actually than you because of So I'm just going to do a normal shot.
Okay.
Okay, I get one success, which does 3 damage, which I'm not going to push.
3 damage. Yep. Dave, what are you doing?
Yeah, I'm just going to do a shot as well. Just to say, we've got that echo back, Matthew.
Yeah, don't worry. I'm just going to turn my headphones on again.
Cool. And I'm just going to do a normal shot. I'm not doing full auto, but I'm using the carbine again. And that's 1 success. So that'll be 4 points of thermal damage from the carbine.
And in the combined rain of gunfire that you all do, I so want there to be collateral damage against Havima, but I guess Havima, you crouch to the ground as well.
I've hit the deck, reaching out for the drop talisman that was part of the shield.
Yeah.
So, did anybody get any crits?
No.
Okay.
Ooh, good darkness point removal there, that looked like.
Yeah. I'm spending those 2 darkness points on it coming back at full strength. And it's turn. So again, roll the dice to see who it attacks. It attacks one of the guards this time. And
Are they wearing red shirts?
they have their talisman, don't they? Yeah. So
Yeah.
you can see this particular guard, his talisman turns into a little wisp of black smoke, but he is unharmed.
So these just protect against it, they don't damage it.
That's what it appears to be.
That's the implication,
Yeah.
isn't it? Yeah. But that's quite useful still.
Oh yeah, yeah. That's very useful.
You know, because I took 5 points of mind damage. Well, I took 4 because I rolled 1. But no, yeah, 4
Yeah, that's
points
right.
of mind damage, and that can't take too many of those without going down.
No. Okay, whose action is next?
The other guard gets another go now, and he will shoot
Oh shoot!
and
Philip was
misses.
3 days from retirement.
Tony.
I'll just shoot again.
Okay.
I get 2 successes, which is not enough for a crit, but it's 4 damage.
4 damage. Okay.
Can I also
Havima.
can I also do
Yeah.
a quick shot? Is that because a normal shot is 2?
Okay, -2. I'll let you do this. I think the auto fire is meant to be the equivalent of doing a normal shot and a quick
A shot.
But in this
Well,
situation,
that's you.
then go ahead. Go ahead.
Thanks. Okay, that's 1 success. That's another 3 damage.
It does mean you won't be able to defend yourself if it chooses you.
I
to
have got a
attack you on its
talisman in my other hand.
turn. Okay.
So do we have to have an action to be able to defend with the talisman?
Oh well, you don't know yet. Definitely,
Okay.
the
Well,
priest
find
is
out.
making it an action.
Find out if it attacks me this turn.
Definitely spent the action doing it. So yeah, we'll
Yeah.
see.
Okay. Well, I got
Is it Havima's action now? And then mine.
Yeah, Havima, what are you doing?
I'm a slice and dice because I'm a one-trick pony.
Come on, you've got your shield as well. That's 2 tricks at least.
Yeah.
I'm a two-trick pony, and this is welcome to the pony show. I'm gonna slice and dice, and so that is a 5 dice. I've rolled at least 1 success each time, so you know, the icons are watching over me, but it's gonna run out sometime. Another success.
And this is a Mercurium sword.
Mercurium
Just
sword.
one success.
1 success, 3 damage.
And it blinks out of existence again.
I am frantically like eyes darting around the room, like where is it?
Okay, Matt, with my action, I'm going into Overwatch. So when it reappears, I'm just shooting it.
Okay, well, you're lucky because it reappears around you. How many?
You don't even
How
have
many
to
talismans have you got?
Well, okay. One, I've lost an action because it disappeared, and 2, I'm in Overwatch, so presumably I get to shoot as it's reforming.
Yeah, but how many talismans have you got?
I've got 2.
2. Okay. You can feel, it doesn't take any action at all. You can feel one of those talismans burning away as it manifests around you. Now, Overwatch, go ahead.
Okay. I'm going to go full auto on this occasion.
Go ahead.
So that's 5 dice. Okay, so that's 1 success so far.
Okay.
2 successes. Again, the fun part of the show. It's quite fun for me anyway. And that's 5,
That's the main thing.
2, 4, 6, 3 successes. That's 1. That's 2 1s. That's 3 successes, and I got my 3rd one. I got 3 1s in a row there. So 3 successes is 4 damage and a crit.
Okay. So
nice.
It's like I feel this thing burn on me, and this thing I go, oh shit, and just open up.
okay. Yes. So, guys, you all flinch a bit as all these bullets come at all sorts of different angles out of this cloud of darkness that surrounds Dave. But it was, it was sending its tendrils in on Dave and didn't like what it met. So you've suffered no damage, Dave. It sort of recoils. And Tony, Yakub, what are you doing?
So has it recoiled to a position where I can shoot it now without risking shooting Oshin?
No, it's still sort of surrounding Oshin. You shouldn't suggest things like that to me. I'd have let you shoot him. You said, "Can I do it?"
Sorry.
Okay.
So how big a risk is there of me hitting the shot?
Can I just check? Did I last time when I was broken? Did you bring me back, Tone, with the med kit? Because I think you did.
Yes, it sounds plausible.
So I've still got my Lady of Tears talent that I can spend. So if you want to just unload on it, and if you break me, then I can use the talent to come back.
Go ahead.
Come on then.
I shout, Yakub, take it!
Okay, I'm gonna. I'll get a full auto in that case.
Don't crit me, for fuck's sake.
So what is the risk of hitting Oshin, do I think?
Well, I tell you what I'm going to do. It's surrounding Oshin. So if you crit it, you will also hit Oshin.
If I crit it?
Hit or crit?
Yeah. If you crit it, you will also hit Oshin.
Okay, well I can just choose not to crit. I can just choose not to crit it. Well, maybe I won't full auto then. In this case, I'll be a bit more circumspect. I'll just do a normal shot, and that's 2 successes, so that's 4 damage.
You should say some of this stuff, Jonathan.
Yeah, maybe I should.
You should sing that. You should sing this.
It's
Sing
probably
that.
not part of the.
If I
not in
could
keeping with the
remember
general arabesque
No.
vibe, I guess.
Not the current tension in the room, maybe. But,
no, exactly. But also, I couldn't remember the very specific tune of how that bit of the song goes.
No, that's good.
I pulled up the lyrics.
Anyway, that does 4 damage. Can I also do a quick shot like I did last time as well?
No. If you're
come on, you let me last
firing.
I didn't. I'm not auto firing. I said I'm doing not full autoing.
You're not
I'm just doing a normal attack.
Okay.
No.
Okay, yeah, then you can do the quick shot as well.
So I got 2 successes, which is 4 damage on my first attack, and I get 3 successes.
Oh wow!
Which on my second attack, which means I could crit, but I probably won't if that means I'm going to hit him. So I'll just do 5. That's 5 damage then. So 4 damage on my first attack, 5 on my second.
And I did 4.
Okay, so it disappears again, and you're all standing around waiting for
I'm
it
reloading,
to reappear.
Matthew.
Sorry?
As soon as I get the chance, I'm reloading.
Okay, reload. What is everybody else doing? There is a clear turn. It hasn't come back to attack.
I think we're standing around, looking all around, being very just expecting it to come back, basically, and watching for it.
Grabbing the talisman that hasn't been used on the ground, and I am standing up, sword at the ready again, looking around like frantically, like, "Oh, come on," because apparently I'm a little bit crazy. Sorry, Havima's a little bit crazy. I'm just enthusiastic.
Where are you, Havima? You in this room still?
At this point, yeah, probably still in that room.
I think we're all in that, corridor now, aren't we?
Here. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
We're all in that corridor, I think, aren't we?
Oh,
1 for the first guard, 2 for the second guard, 3 for Havima, 4 for Tony, 5 for Dave, 6 for the gunsmith. 3, it's Havima. 2 points. After a turn, allowing anybody to reload or do anything they want to do, it reappears and it immediately grows to sort of fill this room. And that cost me a darkness point.
We're down to 7 darkness points. Looks like.
Yeah.
We can do this, guys. We can do this.
I think we can. There's enough cannon fodder around here.
Let's go.
We just need to walk down the corridor towards the other mystics and let them out.
But Millie says 7 is the lowest it's been all campaign, which is true.
Yeah.
After the first 20 minutes,
with 0, Billy.
we always had 7
started
or
off
more.
with 0.
Oh, you didn't even start off with the number of players?
No, I don't believe it
the dark-
because you get enough. Well, with my players, you get enough.
Oh, well.
The room around you, it's bigger. And have you got a talisman still? You don't have a talisman, do you?
Who doesn't?
No, we all do.
Havima.
Havima picked it.
Yeah,
Havima
he picked the
it
one
up.
off the floor that hadn't got used.
Did you?
The one that was.
Yeah,
It was
yeah,
in
he
the
did.
shield. Yeah.
Definitely said that. Yeah.
Okay.
Said that.
So I dropped the
It
I dropped the
burns
shield.
your talisman in trying to make an attack on you. Right.
Okay.
That's its attack. The guards shoot it.
Shoot!
Come on, I must realise it's
And-
beat with only 7 darkness points left. I must realise it's beaten and then just retreat, surely.
No, because this time that time it doesn't work. So, this time you notice it seems to be slightly better armoured, and some of the bullets go off without damaging it, but it's still pretty damaged from that. So,
Havima's
Tony,
turn.
what are you
Or
doing?
it's Tony's first.
that's what I said. Tony, what are you doing?
So, whereabouts is it now? Can I just shoot it?
It is entirely in the room with Havima somewhere in it.
Havima
It is the
somewhere
size of this room.
Okay, well, I'll shoot into the room towards it, somewhere away from wherever I think Havima is. I won't full auto, just in case I catch Havima in there. So I'll just do a normal hit. So that's 2 successes. Again, that's 4 damage.
4 damage. Okay.
And if can I do a quick shot as well?
No, I'm not letting you do that anymore.
Come on, you have been allowing me. You can't change your mind now.
No,
Surely.
sorry, I am changing the mind now.
That
Okay.
is in the rules, after all, though. You can do a shot and a quick shot. That's entirely appropriate.
Is
Yeah,
it in
2
the
action
rules?
points for normal.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, a normal shot
Okay,
is 2
go
action
ahead.
points. A quick shot is 1. So if I
Okay.
do anything else, so my second attack gets 1 success. That's 3 damage from that one.
Okay.
So 4,
So 4 damage the first time,
3 the second.
3 the second. It doesn't take any of the first 4 damage,
Oh dear.
but it does take 2 of the last bit of damage. So, yep, it's still standing or still swirling. Actually, no, sorry, I've miscounted that. It disappears again.
Okay. Let's all be ready. Ready for it reappearing.
Yep.
Same order of people around which it will reappear, which is to say 1 and 2 are the 2 guards. 3 and 4 are the... 3 is Havima, 4 is Dave, No, Tony. 5
5 is me.
Ocean. And 6 is, let me get it in the tray. 2 goes around the other guard. And burns his talisman.
We're nearly out of talismans. Well, they are anyway.
They are.
They are entirely out of talisman. One of the other guard shoots it. And hits. And some of the armor deflects his hit, but it's done some damage.
Did you take darkness points for it reforming, Matthew?
I did.
This
Did
time?
I?
Okay.
Yes, I did, I think.
I'm not sure. You're still on 7, though, aren't you? You were 7 last
Okay,
time.
maybe I didn't. Okay, there we go.
The problem with having
Keep it up.
darkness
That's
cam,
what the
Matt, is
darkness
that
cam is for.
keep you
Oh, we
honest.
can see, yeah.
I think it's Yakub's action again, then, isn't it?
Yakub, yes.
I'll shoot it again.
It's feeling a bit like a D&D grind, this now.
Ah.
I thought you were
can
going to
end
do
the
something
fight anytime
spectacular
you
with
like,
the talisman and the whirlwind, but you never tried it, and I might have given you some bonus. But never mind. Grind him down. It's down. Her down.
I mean, I don't know what you were expecting, but I realized after I had the idea, it's like, oh, it's a 2-dimensional thing. It'll just slip through the shield.
Yeah.
Well, the talisman.
I don't know.
The talisman is there as an automatic defense. I thought
Right.
if you had 5 or 6 of them in a whirlwind, I would give you an attack on that.
Okay. Yeah, we were being too
Yeah.
reserved.
I'm not sure we were all chucking all our defense into one.
Yeah, you
hopeful
didn't want to
attack.
do that. You didn't want to do that.
No,
So
but I
now
suppose-
you're grinding it down.
I think what we're doing is working better. So I get only get 1 success on my first attack, which is 3 damage.
It's working
I
better,
think-
but is it entertaining for our punters?
Well, the punters can come and play next time.
You'll have to ask them.
Yeah.
half the map. And then I'll do a quick shot, which gets 2 successes. That's 4 damage. So it's 3 damage on my first attack, 4 on my second.
Okay. No armor there. And 2. So you did in total 7, 5, 6. Okay. Havima.
Okay. More sword swinging. And which is now what I haven't been doing is, I mean, to be fair, I haven't necessarily been mindful of the melee rules. I've just been using a single action to attack with my sword, but the action
Well,
point,
2 action points to attack with your sword.
right, 2 action points, which still gives me 1.
Yeah.
You
It
can do a
gives
quick,
you 1, but
quick
then you may need
melee
to use
attack.
that for defense.
Well, I've got no I've
still-
got no talismans left.
You
and I
still
don't-
get a defense though, even
Yes,
again.
so you get a
without
defense
talisman.
roll
Ah,
if
okay.
you've got an action point.
So in fact, without a talisman, it's probably more important to keep the action point. for-
Okay, cool. I will just roll my sword attack then. No successes this time.
You want to
We
No,
are
no
we
pushing.
are
No,
so low.
no pushing.
go on? You
Don't-
want to
no,
push it. You
no
can
pushing,
defeat
Nick.
the creature now. It's only got 3 hit points now.
I'm gonna
You can-
full auto the 2 of them if Havima pushes. We are not pushing.
I will
Yeah.
not push, but I will mutter a prayer under my breath.
Oh, you've uttered a prayer.
No.
And no, not that kind of prayer. Not a push prayer. I'm not going to push it. No.
Okay.
Okay.
So close.
close.
Dave.
Yeah, so I'm going to follow you Cube's fine example again, and I'm going to shoot it, and then if necessary, a quick shot.
Okay.
Okay, that's 2 successes from the first attack, which is 5 points of damage with the thermal carbine. And I lose 2
Okay.
dice.
3 points of that get through,
And then
and
the
it
second.
disappears.
Okay. Be ready, guys. I sense it
So,
might
of
still
course,
be coming
in
back.
character, we can't see darkness cam. So
No.
we could be thinking, is this gonna? Are we gonna be here forever doing this until?
Till we run
and
until we
it,
die.
and it comes back. Dave, or anybody, but I know, Dave, you're quite good at this. Can you make an observation roll?
Do I get the +2 for my defensive? For my
I think you probably do in this case.
third eye talent? Okay, excellent.
Is the boss about to change tactics?
So I get 9 dice. And I get 1 success on that. I get 4 ones. That's crap. But
You
1
can
success.
hear the mechanical sound outside of something in the distance flying towards where you guys are.
Is this our evacuation that the prophet was bringing down for us?
We can hope.
Possibly. I'm not going to. Yeah, it goes around one of the guards. It manifests around him, and for the cost of a darkness point, it does its attack. This chap's pretty much undefended now. I don't think he's got 3. It takes 1 point off, but this chap is now down, and for another point, it gives him an attack. Can somebody roll a d6 for me, please?
Sure.
Okay.
Well, no, I'll let someone else.
3.
3. It invades his body with folds of darkness, and you can see this guy just drop his weapons. There's no point in living anymore.
Ooh, pardon me.
And
That's too much beer.
he just starts walking away.
Smart.
The other guy shouts at him, saying, "Come back! What are you doing?" And shoots at the creature. I need 1 more dice for that. And does some damage. Tony, what are you doing?
I'm shooting the thing. Again, I'm not full autoing. I'm going to do the
Okay.
normal shot. Which, it's 1 success, so that's 3 damage. And then I'll do a quick shot. Which I get 2 successes, which is 4 damage.
It takes 3 points of damage. Havima.
Yeah, more sword swinging. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. That kind of stuff. My note sheet is here.
Rome wasn't built in a day and all that.
Yeah, well, you would know, Dave, wouldn't you?
Sound like Andy.
1 success. 1 success. That's 3 points of damage.
3 points of damage. It's still there.
Slow and steady wins the race.
Tony? No, Tony, Avima.
Yeah, I've had my go.
Ocean?
Yeah, I'll do the same as the cube again. So a normal shot, then a quick shot if necessary. Okay, that's 3 successes, for which that is 4, 5, 6 points of damage.
5 points of damage.
6
And
with the thermal carbine.
No, 5 points of damage. It's got a bit of
Okay.
armor. I think
Yeah,
it's-
Yep, fair enough.
And then
Quick shot. Just 2 less dice.
it disappears.
You guys are really
And
saving my
then-
ammo.
Things start exploding around you.
Let's run.
Can I get you all, please, to make a dexterity test?
Oh shit!
Yes,
Find cover.
you can.
As it turns out that evacuation was actually a missile strike.
Oh,
Okay, so he's got no darkness points. So does that mean the creature's gone? Can we start pushing again?
You can
we
start
start-
pushing.
if we start pushing it, does it come back? Or should I have not suggested that?
No, it's like that movie It Follows, isn't it? He never leaves us alone.
Our characters are going to live out the rest of their lives always looking over their shoulders. Waiting.
I got 2 successes on my dexterity roll.
2 successes.
I've got none on mine,
1 success
Okay.
for me.
and I am going to push because if I haven't got any hit points.
Let Dave use his extra success. That works in Coriolis, doesn't it?
Can I use my extra
I
success
don't
to
think so.
grab your cube
You're all
and put it with
diving
me?
for cover.
It's just Tales from the Loop thing, is it?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think you can do things depending on
So
the
who
DM,
got
really.
success? So only Tony didn't get success.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. You're wearing armor, aren't you? Of the
Yes,
okay.
I nicked some guards armor. I think so. I've got 5 dice. Of armor.
Okay. So
Have you pushed the roll tone?
No, I think I'm not going to.
I
Okay.
wouldn't if I were you. We can. Tone. I'm going to roll 6
Yes.
dice for damage, and you're going to roll 5 dice for armor. So obviously, what you're hoping is it's going to pan out that your armor takes whatever damage. So it gives you 2.
How many hit points do you have, Tim?
I've got 3 left, so
Oh, okay.
probably not going down then if I'm anything to.
So yeah, that's 6 points of damage plus a crit if all their 6 points of damage get through. It's-
6. Okay.
And a crit. Okay.
I get 1 success on my armor roll.
1 success, so that's 5 points of damage. How much have you got?
3. This is physical
Right.
damage, hit points, yeah?
This is physical damage, yeah. And roll 2d6 for me.
Is this a D66 crit?
Yeah.
Black first.
No,
42.
okay. Ooh.
You dive for cover, but one of the walls. So basically, the epicenter of one of the explosions was just here, and this wall. Sorry, what am I saying? Just here. I'm pointing at the screen. No good. Not even using the cursor on the wrong image. The epicenter of this explosion was just here, and so a bit of this wall has come and crushed your foot here.
Ow, ouch.
And the
you're
other guys,
broken.
you managed to
I am
dive for
broken.
cover, so you get 8 dice of damage in total. 8 dice of armor in total. Ocean, you get just 6 points of damage.
Okay, I didn't hear that. Sorry.
And Havima, you get 7 points of damage and a crit.
Oh,
So Matthew, sorry, how much damage did I take? I didn't hear.
You got 6 points of damage, but no.
And I've got 8. I've got 8 extra points of armor for the cover.
Yeah.
Matthew, have I got?
Yeah,
8
you got
extra
8 points of armor. Yeah.
So my internet's really screwed tonight. I'm only catching every other bloody word at the minute.
1 point of armor. One successful dodge, whatever it's called.
Okay, so you take 6 points of damage.
I am
And
broken.
And roll
So
a D. Dave?
I mitigate 4 of them, but that still means I'm broken, I think, because that's 2 damage left over. If I'm right.
Damage left over.
And that breaks
Okay.
me. But I'm going to use my Lady of Tears talent to bring me back to 1 point,
Okay,
which I think gives
that
you a
is
darkness
perfectly
point. Matthew.
allowable. Havima, you need to roll a D66.
I rolled a 36.
36.
Yeah.
So that is relatively safe.
No, it's still fatal.
So yeah, you have got a punctured lung,
Oof.
but in
and
D6
you
days.
need medical treatment. And when you get your foot out from under the wall, when Dave gets your foot out from under the wall,
I'm going to
Toby,
help him. Yeah.
you will need medical treatment too. Otherwise, you will die. Havima in 6 days and Tony in 3 days.
Okay, can I corral the other guard? Because they were getting one of those hover vehicles, weren't they? So he can
Yeah,
grab
they got called back.
Havima. Okay, well, he can grab Havima. I'll pick up Yakub, and we'll drag them down to the hover vehicles and get the hell out of here.
As you look at where the missile strikes are, the hover
really-
vehicles here have been destroyed. There was a missile strike here as well. And looking about the damage, you can see that the missile strikes went against, let me just tell you that one. One of them was targeted on the priest himself. And the dormitory, the temple, the admission hall, the Gravcraft, and Shabun's quarters were all targeted.
So most of the bloody complex.
It's been flattened.
Pretty
Did
much.
Did any of the mystics survive?
Yes. They
I'll-
were in
I'll
their
release-
cells. That wasn't targeted.
I'll open their cells and say, you're free to go, guys.
They kind of need direction.
Okay, they could come with us. So how far away was our boat?
Some time away. Just as you're going to take a bit of time maybe to get some food in you, to rest a while, to recover. For somebody's got to do a Medicurgy roll on
Each of us.
each.
Yeah, but in the next 3 to 6 days. So I can't do. I've got no Medicurgy, so I've got to get you back to. I've got to get you back to the conglomerate to get proper medical attention. Because I can't even do it. I've got no Medicurgy at all.
So while everybody's recovering, Dave, can you make have you got an investigation roll, or is that is that a skill in this one?
No. Observation?
I'm
Infiltration?
going to make you make an observation roll then. I am going to
Does
say,
the missile attack kind of stop after that first salvo that destroys the areas you described?
these were drone missiles, Dave now thinks. So, sort of piloted, very accurate missiles. Right. And you can see some of their casings still. Can you make a culture test?
Okay, sorry, say again, Matthew.
Can you make a culture test, Dave? At -2.
Okay, that gives me 2 dice. I can try. Yeah, and I got 1 success.
Okay. Well, this missile looked like it came from the Order of the Pariah. It's got Pariah Zolossian glyphs painted on the bit of casing that you find. But your one success on culture tells you that the Order don't paint glyphs on their casings.
I'd say the Pariah was here.
They're sort of actually welded into the casing. The casing is made with the glyphs intact of a different sort of metal. What's the word I'm looking for?
It's a much more ornate process where the glyphs are incorporated.
The creating of glyphs isn't about painting them on a casing. It's about making a casing with the glyphs
molding them into
embedded,
incorporating into the casing. Yeah.
So it's obviously not a Zolossian attack then. So is this the evacuation that we were getting from the Astaban?
Yeah, it's just the order of the Pariah.
Kill them all.
Yes. Do you want to make a -1 technology roll, Dave?
I can give that a try. Yep. So it's just 5 dice. I get 1 success again.
You can find a little bit of the electronics of one of these drones that
Okay.
is obviously Zenithian.
Right. Okay.
So it just confirms.
I will keep it.
Oshin just kind of pisses about, looking through the debris while the two of us are bleeding out, going, "Help! Help!"
You guys get your after an hour or so, you get your 1 point back.
Well, in the meantime, can I before we
have a Medicurgy skill?
Before we do that, can I communicate to the adjudicator, and say we need help.
We need extraction.
We need extraction from this position. Yakub is seriously wounded, as is another colleague of ours.
Akuba.
Is that what you? Okay. I think you can do that.
Was she the one trying to kill us all off? We just brought in another missile strike.
You said what? You survived the missile attack. Oh.
The look on Matt's face.
That does imply that.
Okay.
Terrible. Let me keep you on the line a little bit longer.
I think we're going to move somewhere kind of safe and out of the way so we can watch what happens.
Okay.
And when the rescue arrives, we can make ourselves known to them. If the missile strike arrives, we are out of its blast radius.
You know what? I am going to let each of you two make a. Sorry, you wanted to find out whether any of the mystics were Medicurgs.
Probably not.
There does have a bit of detail about them, so I will just check. Systems, cells. They are in no state to do Medicurgy, though.
Yeah, I thought so.
Yeah, so but you can do a Medicurgy. You've both got Medicurgy, haven't you?
Yes.
Yeah. So do we recover enough to be unbroken and able to
after an hour
Medicurgy?
or so, you recover enough to be able to make your Medicurgy rolls.
We recover
And you've
enough
got
to
M
be able
doses.
to. Yeah.
I have some M doses. Yes, I have 3 left.
Plus 2 M doses.
Blessed M
M
doses.
We survive. We recover enough to be able to stab each other with M doses.
Cool.
Do
you want to make your Medicurgy rolls then?
Oh, go on then.
Oh wait, M doses only work on people that are broken.
Yeah, but also they're useful in doing a Medicurgy roll to make sure you don't die in 3 or 6 days.
Okay.
When you've got a critical injury, Medicurgy rolls are more useful, even if you're not broken.
Okay.
I should do my Medicurgy roll. I get 1 success. Is that enough to stop everyone dying?
Yeah, it is.
We'll go with that then. Avima, you'll be
Excellent.
fine
And
as long as
that's-
we don't get hit by more missiles.
Yakub, I could kiss you, but instead,
If you could just return the favour of Medicurgy, that will be sufficient.
It better not be, Bruce. Let's put it that way. If it is, I will have words to say to Paul.
And that's the word. That's the word I was looking for. Embossed.
Embossed.
I did not succeed on that roll, so I will push.
Go on then. Yeah,
Go on.
probably so.
Looking over my shoulder for a two-dimensional shadow.
Well, I've only got
And
one dot at this point. You know, it takes two for it to come back.
I succeed.
Thank you,
Okay.
Avima.
So you make your way back to the palace, safely across the terraces that I made so difficult for you to cross before, and back to your boat. Where are you headed? I mean, to be perfectly frank, you could go all the way back to your ship without going to the conglomerate.
I think we go all the way back to the ship.
And
Yeah,
just
we've
to
got nothing to
confirm
go back to the conglomerate for, have we?
Let's get mobile before we do anything else.
Yeah.
Do you guys mind if I tag along? Because I
No.
feel like
You're
it's-
welcome.
Very welcome, Avima.
It's come to my attention that Havima may have been working for the bad guys in a non direct way, but it's just a bit like, oh, I'm a little disenfranchised.
I'm thinking Yakub has always felt you were working for the bad guys. But sorry, as you go away, Adjudicator Akuba did say, leave your communicator on and we'll track your signal. You wisely, Dave, left your communicator on but walked away from it. And sure enough, wherever you left your communicator was the site of a missile strike.
Okay, we have a day of reckoning with Akuba. Has she seen what I've done to people with full auto? She ought to be worried.
So many people.
Exactly. People tougher than her. Right. Okay. Or at least we've had that confirmed now.
Yeah. So, do you think that she's still working under the orders of the judge, or is Akuba working for the order of the prior under?
I don't think that's the order of the prior. This is. I'm not sure. I'm not sure how Akuba. Either she's just totally treacherous and isn't actually properly working for the judge. Because otherwise, how would she know that we'd found the emissary dead?
Yeah, that's true.
And why let us get this far if actually you're going to just try and kill us anyway? So I think the judge is probably still trustworthy. I guess is my conclusion there. But Akuba isn't, obviously.
No, clearly not.
It may well have been your talent that made you think Dave... made Tony look at my GM's face and hear Akuba's voice over the communicator and say that she was lying when she said that there'd be a pickup. But I think you may be correct that it doesn't go as high as the judge.
So we need to report back to the judge all of our findings. But obviously we need to survive long enough to be able to do that. Now, who do we know who could get into the restaurant at the end of the universe? I mean, at the top of Coriolis.
Havima probably could.
Probably.
Yeah.
But were you thinking about your sister, Dave?
I have an estranged sister who I know has a regular reservation. Yeah.
I haven't
seen her in a long time. Sorry, go on, John.
I was just going to say, I modified Havima's character, the starting thing, to be a standing reservation in Sky City in the Monolith, not the restaurant at the top of Coriolis.
Oh, damn. Sorry, I'm just reading the bit that says if she's alive and hasn't been exposed as an Azkaban agent, she will she will arrange an escort out of the Sorcerer and doesn't blast you with missiles.
I feel a slight
late for that.
change in the story there.
Well, it's after the limit. Anyway, but no, in our version of the story, we're not on the rails.
No, we're not on
The
the
missile
rails.
strike happened, and you no longer trust Yakuba.
No, we don't.
So do you report to Judge Kurahan?
I think we probably do.
Yeah, I think we do. Yes. I think we should
Carefully.
be cautious. Yeah, exactly.
Because you
Not
were
give
given
away
her.
our location.
Judge Kurahan did give you two communicated things. One, she said use Akuba as the main point of contact, but she did give you a communicated contact for herself as well in emergencies, so you can go around that.
So I think we'll report to her. We'll also report that we did report into Akuba, but the response we got from her was so suspicious that we left our communicator behind, and minutes later it suffered an airstrike. Clearly attempting to kill us.
He says there are more wheels within wheels in this investigation. But do you bring back the guard, the last remaining Zolossian?
Yeah, we'll bring him.
I think probably, yeah.
Yeah, I think we'll at the point of a gun if necessary. He'll be our prisoner.
Yeah, he
and we'll bring the Mystics too. And Jar Jar, of course.
And Jar Jar, okay. So
and Uncle Tom Cobley, and
We've got real on our boat with all these people.
yeah, all those people on that spaceship. No.
Anyone who fancies a trip up to Coriolis, come on board. More than.
Do you deliver him as a witness to the judge? The guard?
I think we have to trust the judge, don't you? I think, as far as it goes, I think we should deliver them all as witnesses to the judge.
Yeah.
Okay.
And yeah, no, I guess she's not bothered about the fact that Noor is dead, but we can relate the fact that this is personal.
Also, while you're on the boat back to a bay basin and your ship, who's best at culture?
I have 4 in total.
I have 5 in culture.
I have 8 in total.
Yeah, Avima's pretty cultured.
Okay, Avima, roll culture.
One success.
That's enough. You're not particularly a specialist in architecture, but you are troubled by those ziggurat buildings, those temples you saw in your vision. You don't know what part of the horizon they come from, and for one success, you're pretty sure there are no examples of that sort of architecture in the horizon. You can't be absolutely sure for just one success.
Sure.
But
this will give me some homework.
It's not Mirror, definitely not Mirror, where
study.
the
birthplace of the icons, or whatever it is, the Church of the
Who's got the best science roll?
I have no science.
No science. I've only got technology.
Okay.
I've got good wit, but
I have reasonable wits, but no actual science.
Well,
skill.
I'll let you make. Who's got the best wits?
5.
I have 5.
I have 5.
Right.
Do you want to roll it, Tom?
Go on then. 1 success.
Okay. when Havima talks about that architecture problem, you say that you're not a astronomer, but you don't know of any green planets orbiting twin suns in that way. And you couldn't recognize the crops you saw in that
vision.
in that vision. And
So that
finally,
vision-
I'll go back to you, Havima. When you're thinking about it more, you got an idea that the clothes that the singer was wearing, vaguely reminiscent of the ritual robes of the Circle of Seekers, but that the hat and the shawl looked more like those worn by the nomads or the leaders of the nomad Mogul fleet.
Okay.
Eventually, you're heading back to Coriolis, obviously, to talk to the judge and to hand these guys
Yep.
over.
Yep.
And eventually, a story is leaked with your names and faces. Everybody can take a reputation of +1. And you are described as the brave group that punished those guilty for the kidnappings that had been plaguing the horizon. Not the horizon, Coriolis.
Coriolis.
And your journalist friend, Dave, wants to get an exclusive interview with you.
If she doesn't try and shoot me again this time, that'd be fine. Just the one condition: don't shoot me. But yes.
And that is the end of this
Cool.
adventure.
Excellent.
Yeah, good stuff.
Nice one.
And you survived. I think,
Yeah.
on reflection, I shouldn't have given you the help I felt I needed to give you.
As in what, the guards and stuff?
As in having all the other characters around, because they actually took
They took most of the
psychological
hits.
damage.
Yeah.
Or maybe I shouldn't have rolled the dice to see who was hitting. Maybe I should have just targeted you
Maybe.
guys.
Yeah.
But that was the point of it. So
Well, let's be honest. I took one hit, which gave me 4 mind points out of 9. So
Yeah.
at most, I'd have taken 3 before going down, and
But I had a
probably
because it
2 would have
also
done it.
I'd have
for
gone
an
down
extra
with 2.
couple of darkness
pretty much.
points, I could have critted you on those things as well and given you terrible psychoses. And I'd had a brief conversation with Ricard about a table he's got in book 2, which should be those terrible psychoses. And I was aching to roll them for you, but that never happened.
Cool.
So you all, it was a little bit of a grind with those extra players. So I think I'd recommend to a GM maybe don't
Streamline it.
necessarily add some NPCs in to soak it up.
I guess it's a tough one because without them, we could have gone down very quickly.
Yeah.
If one of us went down early, then that might have made life really difficult.
Yeah, I don't know. I think Havima could have been quite strong because Havima can defend with mystic powers as opposed to pure empathy.
Yeah.
Empathy. Yeah. So
And
I've only
she's
got
a lot
3
of mind
points. I've got 3 of empathy. I've got quite a lot of mind points, but I've only got 3 empathy. So I guess that's armor, effectively, isn't it?
Yeah.
So effectively, that's your armor roll, yes. Although it's an action to roll it.
Yeah. So I think that's the trouble. Is that, we could have done really well or managed it with 3 of us, but there was a serious risk potentially that we could have all gone down really quickly. But yeah,
She does work for the Bulletin. Obviously, really, the people you should be talking to are the Red Spider News Network.
well, I'll take whatever coverage you can get, frankly.
So they're in an entirely different timeline.
Yeah. So I need
Are
a
they?
background. I need basically, obviously, our business details will be on the bottom on a banner going past as the interview is going on. Private investigations, your Cuban.
Oshin just handing out cards.
Yeah.
Here's
I'll
a
be
question
like-
from Bruce.
Be like Trump throwing cards.
Are we going to take a breather or do we roll straight into the next adventure next week?
I'm up for carrying straight on.
It's entirely up to you, Matthew. If you're happy to go straight into it, then I'm game.
Okay, I think I'm going to need. I don't think, apart from talking about it in the cafe on Friday, and just saying to people that would have some of the NPCs back. I think we'll have a bigger group for the first adventure. So it's a matter of finding those.
So did
See
you want
who
to
wants
pause
to
a
join
week? Come back in 2 weeks then.
Well, I don't know. I think, you guys
Was a
having
week long
survived,
enough?
it's not like I'm going to send out a message now saying I need some replacement characters. So let me just think about that group and
Cool.
put a call out to our patrons, and then we'll
Yeah,
put a
let us
group
know.
together.
Let us know. Then we're up for it if you are. But otherwise, happy
Yeah,
to
I guess
if whatever works.
Timing however you want it to do, really.
Yeah.
Up to you.
Okay, so to our viewers, thank you very much for listening for the
Yes,
last
thank you.
more than 30 weeks, but the last 30 episodes. We started this way back
Yeah,
when.
cheers. Thank you,
is.
Matthew. This has been great fun. And
Yeah,
I've really,
cheers.
I really enjoyed having all the guest stars coming in. It's been excellent. Really,
It
really
has been
good fun.
great.
Yeah,
It's
thank
brilliant.
you very much,
And,
each of you.
And Millie the GM is going to start running this adventure shortly, so we've got to get cracking with Mercy of the Icons too. So that
We've got to stay ahead,
keep
haven't
ahead
we?
of the
Yeah,
game.
absolutely. Brilliant.
Okay, shall we say goodbye and end the broadcast? Say
And
goodbye, everybody.
Thanks to all our viewers, and thanks for watching
Good
and
night.
enjoying. Cheers.
Hold on.